Nice. Good. I first time did it myself. Om Agyanatimirandasya Anjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Yamyana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yakondantu tushara hara thavara, yashu pravastravita, yavina varadanta mandita kara, yashveta padmasana, yabrahma jyota shankara prapritibe, divya sada vandita, samampatu saraswati bhagavati, buddhi pradaham sharade, buddhi pradaham sharade. Jai Gurudev. I'm very happy to see everyone and everybody. So yeah, it's true. Next week we have Gurupurnima, the event which happens once a year. And I think it's very nice to talk a little bit about the importance of this day, because it's not just an event of Bhakti Marga, or our tradition, or like event of Vaishnava tradition or Hinduism. It's actually like I would say it's like a cosmic celebration, because Guru is not even from our persons. When we talk about Paramahamsa Vishwananda, about God realized Master, and we know very well that Guruji is not just helping us as devotees; he's helping the world. And if we didn't have masters and gurus coming regularly to earth, believe me, we would as humans destroy the world long time ago. Because the consciousness, the divine consciousness, the wisdom, divine wisdom, which gurus bring, help us still to be humans. Otherwise, Guruji was saying, yeah, we have just recently with Satsang, and he was sharing and saying, there's three natures. We have animal nature, yeah, because of the experience we had from many past lives, when our soul was kind of in so-called evolution until it got the human body. Then we have a human nature, and we have a divine nature. So, and without guru, without teacher, without master, without tradition, without knowing the purpose of life, it's so easy to live just as an animal. As Guruji is saying, it's very often. Of course, when we hear animal, we think about some real animals. But actually, it's all about the qualities inside. If our focus is only about food and sleep, then what's the difference between us and animals? They do the same. I remember when I was a student, and we were sharing a room with another student, and we had a cat. And he was 1 year elder in a study. So, and once he said, "Oh, look at our cat. I would like to be next life a cat." It's like easy life, like, just sleeping, eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping, eating. And you know how it's to be a student. Yeah, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to study, a lot of stress because you're young, you don't have much experience. There are many things around which you see as something difficult, and so on and so on. And I'm thinking, no. How is it possible to compare these things? And then when I was working, as Guruji was asking, hard working man, I said, no, just working. I was also thinking, wow, that's beautiful, really, like, to be like a cat. Just eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping. And actually, unfortunately, this is the longing of the mind and the body to take a rest, yeah, to please the senses, to have holidays, to have weekends, to travel somewhere, to have some nice enjoyment, and so on, so on. So if you don't have much money, we spend something around to take some rest. If you have enough money to travel, we do travel. And if the whole world would like to live like this, there can be great competition among the egos, because every ego is striving to get the best place. Yeah, we're calling to restaurant and asking, oh, can you reserve a table next to the window? So it's already reserved. Oh no, who is this beep who reserved it earlier than me? Yeah, the earth is limited by the space, not by the energy, but by the space. And we're trying to find the best places to be. And only after meeting Guruji, you realize you don't want to travel any longer. If you really have a possibility to travel, you would like only to travel with him. I had a dream, and sometimes my mind bring it time to time when I see that, for instance, like last week, you know, that's from in Finland. It was the biggest vessel, the biggest cruise, yeah, was launched, yeah, from Finnish harbor. You know this news? Yeah, of course, of course. So the biggest in the world. And I was thinking, that's actually what I was dreaming about like 15 years ago, to make a world tour around the world. I really had a dream to see the whales in the nature. I don't know why. Just like, you know, I think it's so nice and so beautiful, like, you know, to have a trip on a great cruise vessel ship all around the world, to see many different places and so on, so on, so on. But after meeting Guruji, I was thinking, no, I just want to travel with him. Or even sometimes when it's not possible, just to come and see him in spring. This is actually what Gurupurnima is about. We cannot live next to him physically, because Guruji said, those who are around me, this is like karmic connection. So these people need to be around me. And we cannot be all around him. Can you imagine? It happens time to time, like, you know, give me away! I need to go! Yeah? Like a big crowd, like bees in Danish ashram. Yeah? So around him. Not to let him have any free time, any free space. Yeah? So we cannot be like that. But in Gurupurnima, he shows that we can be so close and near to him. He allows us to come, like on his birthday, he had to do abhishekam, touch the feet, and so on, so on. So he breaks all kind of so-called barriers, which I mean physical only, and then let us feel that we are all always in his presence. We can serve him all the time. So yeah, let me share some slides I prepared for you. And for me, because it's always nice to read and to remind some beautiful things, because it's like a poetry you should know by heart. And I don't see this file. Why it's not visible? Let me see once again. Doesn't show the slide. Just a second. Yeah, maybe it's because I need to save it first. Yes, it's here. Do you see it? Yeah? Good. You like papyrus? It's like ancient scripture made in Sanskrit on papyrus. Okay, Gurupurnima. The auspicious day of Gurupurnima falls on the full moon day, next Monday, in the month of Ashadha. So now I'm going to see those who were on Sanskrit chanting lesson yesterday. Ashadha. Yeah? You see? June, July. Yeah? As per the Hindu calendar, it is the day when the Guru is honored by offering puja and respect to him. It is celebrated by thousands of disciples of various gurus around the world. The full moon, Purnima, Purnima, signifies completeness, serenity, peace, and beauty. Guru makes one complete. I think that my feeling after meeting Guruji is actually the feeling of everyone who meet him, that before meeting him something was missing. Yeah? Like everything's fine. You understand many things in life, how to live, you have some tasks, like kind of plan in your life, kind of dreams, wishes, desires, not big. It's just nice ones. Would be nice to have this and that and that and that, but something was definitely missing. And of course, having more experience and having more possibilities and opportunities in material world, you get this, you get that, you try it, you let it go, you try something else, let it go, but this emptiness is still there. Maybe not huge, maybe not big, but something is missing. It's like we're complete, but not completely. So, but after meeting him, you can catch a thought inside of you. Well, I do have everything to be happy. I just have everything to be happy. This is one of the thoughts which came to my mind the summer I met Guruji. It was already 12 years ago, and I just remember I came from India and just look around and the thought came, I have everything to be happy. So Guruji I met in a couple of weeks, but it was clear already that the connection already happening. So he was already calling to come. He was already arranging that I come and meet him. Guru makes us complete. Because many questions just disappear. It's like very often we have questions we want to ask Guruji, like especially when we just met him recently or we are going to meet him for the first time, and we have a list of questions. I remember my first evening in Springen And the next day was darshan. And I was thinking, what do I need to ask? What do I need to ask? Oh, I have a pain in my back. Oh, yes, true. I need to ask about that. Yeah, because I was doing some sport at school. Like, I have some pain. Oh, yeah, I need to ask about this. Oh, what about this? What about that? And I was trying to make a list of the questions. But next day, all these questions just disappeared. I didn't want to ask him that. And actually, it was in the lobby when I saw him for the first time. And I was with a friend there. And my friend met him a few years ago. So he brought me to Guruji. And so Guruji came to us to greet us in a way. And he asked, okay, do you have questions? He asked him. And he said, no, Guruji, because he knew already like that he wants only God. So he was prepared. He knew why he came to ashram. But I came for the first time. And Guruji just tapped to my head like, but you have many questions, yeah? I said, no, why? No. I also don't have questions. No. So I just reacted like this. So why do I have questions? I don't have questions. But of course I had. It was for the first time and mind was reacting to everything. And he was just smiling like, but you have questions? I said, no. And then we went outside. It was a little bit raining. We were standing and waiting for Guruji. And it was also Tilakavati next to us. We were a little bit talking, so we met for the first time. And then just Guruji just left the main building of the ashram, and he was just stepping up. And I felt I want to ask something. He just came out from inside. And I tried to get his attention. So he was just kind of moving towards his bungalow, but he was doing it very slowly. It's kind of like, looking around, and I was just trying to catch his attention. It was about to rain in a few minutes. And I said in Hindi, Barish ho rahi hai. It's like it's gonna rain. He said, what? I said, Barish ho rahi hai. He said, come. So I came to him, and on the way, I was thinking, this is the moment to ask, and I knew I want to ask a question. I wanted to ask him to give me myself. So the completeness, that I know my true self. And I came to him, and I said, Guruji, by the way, I have a question. And I saw him already making like this with the head. He said, what? And he made the ring. And I was like, Pooh. So how he was turning the hand, my head was inside also turning like this. So he made the ring and gave me a ring, like, put on my finger. And for the first time, I bowed down and touched his feet. I never ever did it in my life. I never seen anybody doing this in my life. Because where can we see somebody touching the feet of another person? Do you see it somewhere outside? Or do you have it a tradition in the family? No. It looks so weird, so strange. Like, what's that? You're bowing down. It's like you're kind of below, lower, suppressed or whatever. But it happened so automatically, just there was even not a second to think about that. He gave me a ring, I bowed down, touched his feet, and he just turned and he left. And I was just standing, still being in this energy. I asked him about myself to please give me myself, my true self, like to give me completeness. He gave me a ring. Only he knows for what purpose he gave me a ring. I don't know. But actually, he took out something from me. I mean, something natural, something I knew from past lives. Because I made not a full prostration, but I just bowed down. And I felt so great about it. I was surprised. It was a big surprise. I was surprised not about the ring. I was surprised that I bowed down and touched his feet automatically. So Guru is the one residing inside of us and knowing us better than anybody else. It's a little bit of paradox. We know that Paramatma is residing inside of us, yeah? Antaryamin, yeah? The God who is residing inside of our heart. And Guru is not different from God. So he's inside of us. So he knows our true self more than we do know our true self. It means that he is more we than we are. Can you just grasp it that he is more true us than we are? And he is in a way fighting, helping us, fighting with our false ego, fighting with our elusive identity, to show, guys, I want to show your true self. This is more beautiful. Because when we get the darshan, he doesn't look at our face. If we are properly shaved, like, and so on. No, he's looking to our soul. He's not interested in our identity. He's interested in our true self because this part is longing. And like Swami Vivekananda was saying during the lecture he was giving during the country week, like, if Guruji likes somebody or likes him, Guruji says, no, I don't like you, but I love your soul. This is different. This is completely different. We're looking somebody to like us, yeah? Like how we look like, to like how we talk like, to like how much we know like, and so on, so on, so on, so on. But Guruji doesn't support that because he loves us. So he makes everyone complete to realize and understand that the true self or true nature inside of us is much greater, more bright, more rich. And the outside world, including our identity, cannot compete with that. So Gurupurnima is also well known like Vyasa Purnima. This is the appearance day of Sri Veda Vyasa, of Vyasadeva, a great, great personality. We know all of us, yeah? So Vedavyasa is one of the avatars of Narayana, but not like Dashavatar, like great ones like Rama, Krishna, Narasimha. Yeah? He's one of like 24 other avatars, which I also mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Lord himself incarnated to bring knowledge to the humans. The Vedas, you remember, they existed from the beginning of creation. Yeah? Brahma had Vedas, like, he was giving it to his sons. So the Vedas were known, but at that time it was only one Veda. Big, complete hymn of everything. Then he divided these Vedas into 4. Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva Veda. Just in a way to simplify them to be better understood. But still it was quite complicated. Yeah? That's why he made Puranas, 18 Puranas. That's why he wrote Mahabharata. Do you know that Mahabharata has 100,000 couplets or shlokas. It is 10 times more, around 10 times more than Iliad and what was another one? Iliad and anyway, there's two great epics in the Greek tradition. Just lost. So it's almost 10 times more than that great epics from Greece. And Mahabharata, and Puranas are 4 times more than Mahabharata. So he wanted really people to understand more and more about God. Because at that time, only Brahmins had an access to the hymns. You know that there was no writing at that time. I mean, used as a writing for the hymns. The hymns were verbally given one to another, yeah, like in the lineage of the knowledge to successors and so on and so on. But he wrote them. Okay, it said that Ganesha was writing them because he asked Ganesha to write them. Yeah. But anyway, it was a time when Lord Narayana or Mahavishnu wanted to bring more knowledge about him to the people. Knowledge of the Vedas to all humanity through Puranas and Mahabharata. So he simplified in a way the understanding of God, nature, and individual souls. He also synthesized the meaning of the Upanishads, the philosophical part of the Vedas, and made Vedanta Sutras. Very short verses, yeah, just to bring the meaning, short meaning about everything. So Vedavyasa wrote in Mahabharata, whatever is found in the book, means Mahabharata, encompasses the entirety of literature. And what is not found in it is not to be found anywhere. So it is said like complete, not a book, but just complete informational portal where everything can be found, but for the purpose of life. For reaching the 4 different purposes of life. So everything is written there. I presume something similar is in Ramayana. That's why Mahabharata and Ramayana are very well known in India, in every family. It's like a must to know them. Because all life stories, all life situations are described there. All spiritual advices, all practical advices are right there. So they traditionally are read in every family. That's why Hinduism is still alive and growing and expanding, just because these books, these sources are available and affordable and kind of as a tradition exist in the society until now. There is a very nice saying in Sanskrit, Vyasocishtam Jagat Sarvam. Let us read very nicely like yesterday during Sanskrit chanting. Vyasocishtam Jagat Sarvam. Vyasocishtam Jagat Sarvam. The entire world feeds on the remnants of Vyasa. So that the whole world is eating what Vyasa left. Yeah, what he made is still feeding the world. So he created enormously, he created enormous, huge source in a printed or in writing of spiritual knowledge for everyone. And the world is still benefiting from that. That's why this is the day when Vyasa is worshipped, because this is his appearance day, and all gurus are worshipped like those who know the knowledge of the Vedas. You know that if you take all names of Guruji, 1,000, yeah, and so on, so on, there is also the word Vedavyasa. So it means that the Guruji knows the scriptures, the meaning of the scriptures, because he is real, true Sat Guru. It's again like Swami Vishwarayatika was saying, sharing in the beginning when he was asked by Guruji to start and to run academy. He was kind of inside fighting with Guruji's quotes, because Guruji was like saying, "Oh, in Bhagavad Gita it said like this," and Swami wrote, "No, there is no saying like that in Bhagavad Gita." And there was many moments when Guruji was asking, you think you know more than me? Huh? You know your past? You see your soul?" And so on, so on. But then, when Guruji already changed the position of Swami Vivekananda towards the Bhakti Marg Academy, he finally started to quote at every satsang easily the verses from Bhagavad Gita, from Srimad Bhagavatam, from Puranas, and so on, so on. And Swami Parvati was saying, "Why now? Why not before? Why didn't you show us that you know everything by heart?" But he said that Guruji never read the scriptures, physically, but he know them from inside. Yeah, there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita 15, chapter 15, verse 15, where Krishna says, "I am residing in the heart of all human beings. The knowledge is coming from me alone, and the absence of knowledge as well, and I am the only knower of the Vedas." If Guruji knows all scriptures inside of him, so to our understanding, he is not different from God. And there are many proofs of that in our life as devotees, but also there are many proofs in Holy Scriptures that Guru, true Guru, is not different from God. So Gurupurnima is the most significant day for human race. It was previously celebrated as one of the most important festivals in India. Wealth was not the most important thing. Rather, knowledge was awarded the highest value. For this reason, Guru was considered the highest person in society. Guru was considered the highest person in society. So Guru was always having the highest respect, even from the kings and so on, so on. All kings had gurus. They were always following the advices of the gurus and never try to do by their own, but always consulting the gurus, making the rituals, making sadhana, and so on. So it was, and maybe one day it can be back. But at least in our life, in life of devotees, it should be like that. Guru should be considered as the highest person in our society, in our life. One might still ask that out of all the Purnimas, why is this particular one dedicated to the Guru? You know that Purnima is like full moon, yeah? We have it every month. Why exactly this one? I think not because of this summer, nice weather, like everybody can come and have a festival. Definitely not. So it's because there is special constellation of the of Chandra, of Moon, and towards the planets. So the energy of Moon is very powerful towards the mind. Just a we have a proper ashram with kids and like and everything. So do you hear it? The kids playing outside? Yeah, that's life. So why internet? Just a second, I'll change the. Now fine? Yeah. Okay. So on this special day, because of the constellation of the planets and the energy of the moon, is like the sadhana and dedication to God and to Guru is quite stronger. That's why it's considered as a special Purnima. But of course, this success among the saints happened not because of the day, but because of the sadhana they do. So besides India, the festival of Gurupurnima is celebrated also in Nepal, Bangladesh, and other countries of Buddhist and Jain influence, because Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, they all came from Hinduism. So the respect to Guru is also high in these traditions and in these countries. So many devotees from all around the world, they find it's possible to come and visit Guru, and they always come with the presents, because it's like a gratitude. It's like we're saying thank you for what you're doing for us. Because we think that we serve Guru, because everywhere it said, you need to serve Guru, you need to serve Guru, you need to serve Guru. Guru doesn't need our service. He can do anything for himself. Anything. But he knows that through the service to Guru, we're getting purified. Through service to Guru, we're serving God. And there is no other way how we can do it more efficient. Because he can show us how to do that, he can explain to us how to do that, he can teach us how to do that. And if you do that, we're serving God directly. As it said in Haribhakta Sampradaya Siddhanta, there are all deities in Guru, and Guru is in all deities. This is the most important festival in the life of a seeker. The Guru is the manifest form of God, and so the worship of one's Guru is also worship of God. No spiritual seeker, irrespective of religion or path, can attain perfection on their spiritual path without the grace of Guru. It's also about the completeness. I shared it many times, this experience. When I was reading Bible for the first time, I had so many questions toward Jesus. Why he said like this, why he did like this, why he behaved like this. When I met Guruji, I realized he was behaving like Indian Guru. You can see so many similar things in behavior of Jesus as a teacher, as a spiritual teacher, like Guru does. So he was saying, I'm the way, I'm the light, and no one can come to my Father, like, only through me. This is what Guruji says. Also, Guru says to the disciples, focus on your Guru, follow your Guru, study what Guru is giving, and this is how you can realize God. Because we need this certain focus. If you don't have focus on Guru, if there is no Guru in a life, the person cannot focus on God. Because the person doesn't know who is God, what is God, and how to serve God. So no spiritual seeker, irrespective of religion or path, can attain perfection on their spiritual path without the grace of Guru. That's why I'm saying it's not just a celebration or a festival of Hindu tradition. This is actually a celebration of all teachers in a way. Those who help other people to come to God, to realize God. That's why, again, Hinduism is showing this it's not only religion, but also like a culture, open. So why do we need Guru? And why do we, if we are looking for God, we cannot manage ourselves? Because everyone is born in ignorance. Yeah? In Christianity, it said everybody is born in sin, but we say everybody is born in ignorance. Yeah? Therefore, everyone is blind without a teacher to guide him. The Shastra, Holy Scripture, proclaims that a human being is born twice. First, by the union of the father and mother, and second, when he is accepted by a qualified Guru. It is the Guru who teaches us the meaning and purpose of our lives and how to achieve it. The life of many people is changing after meeting Guruji. We know many beautiful stories. How people being completely in tamas and rajas after meeting Guruji, like in passion and ignorance and arrogance, how they changed. And this is the most beautiful. To see, Guruji is always emphasizing that it's so beautiful to see how people are changing. It is by following our Guru that we become human beings. Real, true human beings. Before we have taken Diksha, initiation, we are just a human doing, living a life to pursue our desires by acting on the impulses of our mind. We think we control our life, we don't. We think we can do whatever we want, we don't. So after meeting Guru, we understand that it's better to be dependent on God than on false ego. It's better to serve Guru and God than to serve false ego. There is no other option. Either we're devoted to God and Guru or to false ego. In Bhagavad Gita, there's a saying, yeah? It can be bitter in the beginning, but very sweet in the end. This is the spiritual path. But what is sweet in the beginning, they will be bitter in the end. This is the following false ego. It attracts us with some nice, sweet, funny things, and then in the end we suffer. But with Guru is different. We need to suffer a little bit, but not we, but ego. Because of discipline, because of other things, yeah? Because of purification, of transformation. But in the end, we all benefit. In the end, it's Amrit. Yeah? Human birth is very rare and important. Guruji always emphasized that human beings have the special capacity for realizing the absolute truth. None of the animals, none of the aliens, none of the semi-gods, angels, archangels. Nobody can do that. Only humans. This is the uniqueness of humans. Human birth is very rare and important. Why? Because we have special capacity for realizing the absolute truth, to realize God. That's why life is so important. If everybody knows how life is precious, the people change the way they're living. But for this, one has to make conscious effort, and that effort has to be made in the proper direction. If you seek in a disorderly manner, then you may land in the wrong place, or may not land anywhere. Let's take Columbus. He was looking for India, but he came to America. Yeah? He lost. He lost his way. We can look at this like this, but after him, it was easier for everyone to go to America because he made that route. So same with the Guru. Guru knows where to go, and it's much easier for everyone to follow him because he made this route. And every time Guru comes to earth, he makes this route more visible because we're all the time different. We have different vessels. So he's trying to find the best way how to get there. Seemingly simple requirement to follow the Guru's guidance is almost an insurmountable obstacle for the modern day spiritual seeker because it requires surrender. So it's almost impossible, just to say in a more simple way. It looks like quite simple to follow Guru, but it's not simple because it requires surrender. So we don't know what it is, surrender. The mind thinks it's a weakness. But humility is the strength. We talked about it many, many times, so we need to remind ourselves. That's why it's not so easy to surrender to Guru. Seeing the Guru being honored by other disciples also incites humility in the heart of even an arrogant disciple. This is the precious moment about Sangha. When we see other devotees devoted, when we see love from other devotees towards Guruji, we're inspired. When we come to the events, when we see how many people from all around the world, they fly from South Africa, from America, from Japan, from China, they fly for 7, 8, 10 hours. They pay a fortune for the tickets and other things. And for you, it's only a couple of hours to get there. And you say, oh my God, that's amazing. It's like Myron was saying during his satsang in Sri Vitaldam after inauguration, he was saying, I'm walking here every day in this place in Sri Vitaldam. I feel myself like a thief because everything is so great and you guys made everything so great, and me, like in comparison how much I do towards my Guru and towards Sangha, I feel myself as a thief. Like we don't deserve so much of bliss and love of everything. You guys made something extraordinary, so inspiring. And I completely agree with him. The mind cannot understand how Guruji made and arranged everything, how great it was, and how great it is. And this is just one of the projects of Bhakti Marga on the map of the world. So when we see others serving Guruji, we are getting inspired. That's why it's so important to stay in contact with the Sangha. together, to see others doing and serving, to inspire each another. This is really amazing. That's why he wants communities. That's why he wants ashrams. He wants that we stay together and in a good way influence on each another with this love to our Guru and God. Gurupurnima gives, just a second, Gurupurnima, because we have a Sanskrit chanting courses, that's why I need to read it more consciously. Gurupurnima gives the opportunity for disciples to obtain the physical association of their Guru and also to meet other disciples. There is an atmosphere of one big spiritual family. That's why in Hinduism there are so many festivals and celebrations, just because people can get together and they are united in love and joy for God. Because if we are not getting united in love for God, unfortunately we have to be united through grief or some difficulties, which happen time to time on earth. To avoid any kind of problems on earth, either natural or made by humans, we need to be more united in celebrating love and joy with God. Who taught us with this about these celebrations? Who taught us about Mahashivaratri? Not sleeping all night and Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, all night through. Who taught us about Navaratri? 9 nights of Divine Mother, the festival. You start at 6 till midnight, and then on the 10th day you do also yagna, yeah, twice a year. Who taught us about 24 hours yagnas? I remember I came for the first time to Gayatri Yagna, which was 4 hours. I was thinking, 4 hours, come on, how is it possible? Like half of the day. Now 4 hours. It's our Sunday praise for hours. It's not about time at all. And you think longer it is, greater it is. Who taught us? Guruji. Who showed us? Guruji. Did we know so much about God? No. Even being born in a Christian traditions, he knows much more about Christianity, about Mother Mary, about Jesus, about saints. He is a true teacher. And we need to study and to learn. So, and we need to be grateful and thankful to him to be in his family. So that's why it's a day when we gratitude and bring presents to him. Because for what he is doing to us, for what he's giving, there is no price at all. Some people are fasting on these days, like contribution to the purity of the energy. So it's like up to everyone. Some people can take some ascetic things, just avoid some coffee, or at least sugar in the coffee, or something else. Just a little step, just to say thank you. Yeah. It is actually a very open secret that surrendering to a genuine guru is the key to success in any form of Vedic spirituality. Genuine. It is open because practically everyone knows it. Yet it remains secret because few of us understand it deeply and take it seriously. Yes, we know it, but we don't live it. That's why Guruji is saying, if you do have only theory, but not experience, it's not a knowledge yet. If you have an experience, but no theory, you have both theory and experience. We know that surrendering to Him is the key to success in any form of Vedic spirituality, but still we're kind of delaying. It's it's not a reason to get upset with ourselves, but it's just to remind it, never stop, never drop your speed. Just believe you can do more. Believe it can be even more greater. Guruji said on his birthday, promise me one thing, chant 1 hour a day. Please, everybody, chant 1 hour a day. Make it as a present to Guruji. Chant 1 hour a day. Are we in a way possessed with that? No, we don't. We're not. But we need chant like crazy. Because Guruji wants that. And he wants it not for him, but he wants it for us. We all want to change the situation in the world. We want more peace in the world. But how do we contribute to that? If we chant more, we create more positive energy. There's much more negative energy is being created around us. 100 times more, 1,000 times more. How many people from your city are really chanting and praying? It means we need to do it intensively to balance negative energy. We need to contribute to the world. There was a very nice saying recently, I don't remember where in what conversation it was, but just, yeah, it's nice to do the practice and just as a punya to give it to Guruji. Guruji, please take it. Because you know what to do with that. You know where to direct this energy. And we all benefit by practicing, calming our mind, open our heart. And he can use this energy everywhere in the world to correct it, to make the place we live better. So we need to take our spiritual path seriously. And Gurupurnima is just one of the special days to remind us about that. You see, we cannot simply study Shastra, Holy Scripture, on our own. The human mind has the great ability to perceive selectively. Yeah? As Guruji says, you hear what you want to hear. Yeah? You see what you want to see. And it's true. When we study without a guide, we don't really study Shastras as much as we study our own selective version of it. We need the guidance of Guru so we can comprehend things that do not always conform to the preconceptions of our intellectual samskaras. No doubt, we may gain many profound realizations and have many deep experiences by studying Shastra on our own, but we cannot get the full result of Shastra, to get out of the bondage of material nature, without taking full shelter of the guidance of a Jnani Guru. There is no alternative. It's like there are so many mantras right now. People just picking up the mantras, chant the mantras, this mantra for this, for that, for Monday, for Tuesday, for Wednesday. Does it help? Yes, it does. But you cannot find the one who is the source of these mantras. You cannot see the one who is behind the mantra. And the purpose of practicing is not just to a little bit to calm down or to relax. That's how many people think that meditation is just to relax. But meditation is not relaxation, it's different. Meditation is concentration on God. This is a meditation. But just to close the eyes and that just to enjoy the state, it's not a meditation. You need to focus. That's why chanting is one of the easiest way how to be focused on God. And Guruji knows that, and he's saying chant, chant, chant. And we say can't, can't, can't. Yeah. We can. And we should. So what Holy Scripture says, yeah? To obtain immediate realization of the supreme reality, one should certainly approach a guru. Mundaka Upanishad, yeah? I put some new sources about the the greatness of the guru and the importance of the guru. Of course, we know Bhagavad Gita, yeah? Chapter 4, verse 34. It will be next page also. One who has accepted an acharya becomes acquainted with the absolute. Chandogya Upanishad. O dearest one, this wisdom attaining to the absolute cannot be attained by logic. Only it is received from a guru does it lead to the true source of everything. We should do it with the help of Guruji. This is why this obedience is so important. And many times Guruji was saying obedience even greater than love. Of course, love is God, but in a way of study, in a way of understanding the things, we're thinking about love, but we miss obedience. With the Guru Adesh, your Guruji says something, it needs to be done. So again, take it more seriously. In the famous Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 34, the importance of the Guru. Tatvihi pranipatena bhari prashnena sevaya upadakshayanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Look how many nice things we can practice for Sanskrit chanting, yeah? Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadakshayanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshinaha. Yeah. One should approach a spiritual master with submission, extensive inquiry, and service. Such realized souls can instruct you, for they have seen the truth. This verse actually we need to know by heart, and it's one of the, if you tried your how it's called, not 365, 380, no, I forgot number. So the portal where we have a lot of knowledge, yeah, a lot of courses, and the program of 3 years that every year we need to study, learn, yeah. So there is one of the courses is called Bhagavad Gita verses, yeah, by heart. Every year we need to learn some verses by heart. This is one of the verses for first year, yeah. Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, verse 34. Tat vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya ubhadakshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Yeah. So Guruji says in commentaries, surrender to the feet of the Master, serve the Master with your heart filled with love and humility, earn that grace from the Master. Make yourself ready, make yourself willing, make yourself worthy. Let the Master guide you. The Master has already reached one with the Divine. We have these templates in our life everywhere, in school, in sport club, at work. When we need to learn somebody, there's somebody who is guiding us. So there's nothing new. So we just need to do the same like we did many times in our life already. Once you accept a guru, then he's your guru for the rest of your life. He's not to be seen as a material person. There are hundreds of statements in Shastra describing how the guru has to be always respected and worshipped as God or the representative of God. But we have to keep in mind that these statements are referring to a qualified guru. So, as we also know, there are many different gurus in the world, but finally, after years and lives of true searching and seeking, you find the true guru, Sadguru, the one who can bring you to God. Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda knows the destination. He is a true guru who is in communion with the Supreme Lord and gives the profound experiences which fuel faith and effort on the path of bhakti. He attracts a growing following of devotees who seek the Supreme Lord through him. So Gurupurnima, as we said in the beginning, this is like a cosmic celebration of divine consciousness, which is reaching earth to remind us how we should live and what is the purpose of life. You see, God doesn't react or answers directly to our communication, and he's not reacting to our sufferings because it's his design. He made it like this, that without humility and obedience, without following spiritual master and guru and teacher, we might not realize him because we are full of ego and pride, and it's completely different frequency. We should have the same frequency of heart like Guruji has to see God. It means we need to feel what is in his heart. But in his heart is God alone, saints, and devotees. So the whole world full of love and surrender. So this is the meaning of Gurupurnima, and this is why this day is so important for the devotees first of all, and also for all people, because it's a great celebration of knowledge. It's a great celebration of chance that we will survive. And not just survive, but also we have an opportunity and possibility to reach the highest abode. So, as Guruji said, I'm here to bring you all back with me. So, thank you very much. It was not a lecture, it was just a satsang for 1 hour, a little bit, more, just to keep everybody fresh, again to remind the things you know already very well, but still it's good to talk about that. It's like, it's, how to call it, it's like balsam, if you use this word, like on the wounds, So every time to realize that you have Guru in your life, and this is the most important. And this day is coming when you can really to remind yourself, and not only you, but I think millions of people in the world will be celebrating just to be a part of this great spiritual family of those who believe and trust in Guru and God. And then more and more, year after year, you realize that your spiritual family is so big and so great, and it's growing. And you start just to believe that this is the only reality. There is no other life. There was nothing else. Just everything everywhere is just one big bhakti marga. Because it's so neutral name for the movement, for the organization. Marga, the path. We're all on the path. We're all on the road. And bhakti is love and surrender to God. And love and surrender to God is it's also about all traditions. It's not only about Hinduism alone, but it's about everything. Like yoga. Yoga is unity. But those who are looking for God and looking for this unity, for this balance, harmony between heart and mind, heart and soul, soul and God. So that's why I think Guruji also, from one side, wants us to be very confident in our tradition. We are Hindu, we are Vaishnavas. But from another side, he's showing, look, but other people are also part of our big family. Even without tilaks. Just those who live around us, our neighbors, our colleagues, relatives, friends. Everyone is a part of this family. Maybe not yet active, but, and it's up to them, of course. There is some, as Guruji said also recently on the Satsang on Country Week, God cannot control your mind. You should do that. Yeah? He just give opportunities how you can do that, but it's your choice. So there are two things God cannot do for us. He cannot force us to love, and he cannot force us to change the mind. This is our choice or our option. And this is where we need to contribute in peace, in love, in harmony, in everything. And not to complain about the world, not to complain about anything, but just when you know that you have it, the instrument which can change everything, then we should use it. Thank you very much, Gita, stuck. Yeah. If you have some questions or some comments or you want to share something, please feel free. And I hope you will celebrate. Some of you will come to Springen. We can meet there. I'm flying this Saturday. Yeah, we'll be there till 6. Don't hesitate when you see me like in Springen. If you want to ask something, to talk, just don't hesitate to stop me or to grab me. It's fine, because I might be busy, as you might be noticed sometimes, like, that just, but don't feel ashamed really to come and to communicate, because I'm always happy to talk to all of you, and just need some more time maybe sometimes for that, but just please be more open for that. Anybody anything want to say, to share some maybe recent experience with Guruji? Come on. Huh? Then, okay. Will not force. So, okay, thank you once again. Jai Gurudev, have a beautiful
Jai
evening.
Gurudev, thank you for taking your time.
Taking rest, and tomorrow will be another beautiful.
Jai Gurudev.
Yeah. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. See you there.
Gurudev.
Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurupurnima. Hari Om Prem Samala Premodara Shri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu Ki Jai.
Yay.
Mandala Ki Jai. Jai Gurudev. Once again, thanks.
Jai Gurudev.
Mm.